G'day everybody, Uncle Jojo here. How are you today? I've got one message today and it's danger, danger, danger. More often we're opening up a house to renovate and some home handyman has got to it already, hasn't got any expert experience in it, has done some stupid stuff that can be dangerous to everybody else around. So what I want to show you today is some renovations that have been done. They haven't forethought it at all, and it could be disastrous for everybody concerned. What we have here is a window that's been cut in after the house has been built. There's an old frame that we can see just over the top there. That shows me, and then down the bottom there as well, that shows me this probably was an old school sash window, double hung sash window, and they've put this window in, which is an awning window, but they haven't put any lintel above it, and these frame on each side of this frame of this window, it's not supported in any way. So what we've got is the external frame, all the downward pressure sitting on top of that window. What can happen, and what I've seen happen in the past, is the house settles or moves, the weight of the roof comes down onto the top of the window, and then you'll end up either the window will stick and won't open, or worse still, the window and the glass will pop and pop out. So I'll just pop up there and I'll show you. So here what we usually do is cut a lintel all the way through, and we'd check it into these studs on each side of this window. That way we'd be able to ensure that the downward pressure from the external wall would be sitting on this stud and coming straight down, all the way down to that bottom plate down the bottom on both sides of the window. Really important. You can see here that this stud is actually sitting directly on top of this window, and this window then, therefore, and look at that, they've actually cut this and then just sat something straight on top. You would not believe how often we see this. This is super duper dangerous. Do not do this in your own home. Don't ever do it, full stop. And then we've got downward pressure coming onto this window. This is the awning. So what would end up happening is this will get stuck with the downward pressure from up the top. Still again, external wall, external corner, which has even got more weight on it because you've got a hip beam coming down. What we need to do here before we go any further is make sure this is structurally sound, so we'll support all this section here. We've got another window on the external edge there, so we'll need to prop that and do the exact same thing there as well. If you ever want to cut in a window, always seek expert advice, and preferably get an expert to start and finish the project all in one. That way you'll get a top finish. If you pop around here, we've stuck a lintel in here just to go across the top of the door. This wall here is not a load-bearing wall at all. All of the weight's put on the both external walls, not on inside here. But even still, because we're spanning a distance, that has to be supported and stabilised to make sure it's structurally sound. So we put those in, trim it out properly. Any downward pressure gets referred to down to the bearer, down to the stump. Here we've got a new beam cut in, and you can see where this is where the old window used to be sitting, and all of the pressure was coming on that. What we've done is run a new lintel all the way through, and then we'll run a plate underneath it, and then underneath those, then we've run our studs all at 450 centres. This way we can ensure the spread of weight over that wall, being an external wall and being a load-bearing wall, all of the downward weight is coming straight down onto the bearer stump, bearer joist system. What I was saying last week about always put, you can see here we've got a halving joint that's sitting inside of that, then we'll put a steel bracket over that. And you can see here, just one of our pretty halving joins just sitting over the top. It's always good to do a halving join or know the essentials of fine carpentry to actually trim into places like this that are old. What it does is reinforces the new to the old and ties it all in together. That's all I got for you today. you've got any questions or queries, flick them over. And if you haven't seen our Facebook page, thanks for watching. Till then, stay unreal, banana peel.